What's up, everybody? This is Cha Cha Mystica. You now tune into Live at Radio. Today, we got an incredible guest pulling up again to Live at Radio to discuss what he's been up to since the last time we spoke to him. So, go get your drinks, go get your smokes, go get whatever it is that you need. Pull up because we definitely be right back with it, though.
And I hear him say, and I hear him say, and I hear him say, I hear him say, and I hear him say.
Disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So strikers, no strike me.
Yeah, strikers don't strike me with your hating asses. And without any further ado, position in the building, though.
What's happening with you? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How is it on the West Coast right now?
A little bit rainy, but it's all good though. I'm chilling.
Yeah, so I see. Oh, well, for those that don't know, he DJs for Bone Thugs and Harmony, but he's been doing a lot of other things as well. He's been doing a lot of music. Talk your shit. We're gonna talk about that.
There you
But
go.
you've been doing the NAM show and Sirius XM. So let's start. Which one you want to start with?
Shit, put it where you want to. It's all good.
The NAM show.
Yeah,
How was that?
that was dope, man. I've been wanting to go to the NAM for years, and I felt like a little kid, being real. So yeah, when I got there, I was like, okay, I'm just being a spectator, just seeing what it's like, and seeing all like the people that's showing off the new equipment, the instruments, and all that. And then I started seeing people that I knew, and immediately they like, "Oh, position, what's up?" and all that. So it was me, some people, Polar Bear, and a couple other people, Chula and stuff like that. And they started seeing me, and they was like, "Man, this position, he just got through rocking out on my stage like last month and this and that." And then they was like, "Yeah, you born DJ," and they looked at me. They was like, "Hey man, you want to rock out on the stage?" I was like, "Nigga, hell yeah." So they were like, "What you doing today?" I was like, "Nah, we can do it tomorrow though." So got there around 2, rocked out at 2:30, got to playing some of my shit, and man, started rocking the crowd. It was crazy.
Yeah, it looked like it was crazy too. And you see, sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time to get those type of opportunities. People
Yeah.
really don't understand that. But you said something about equipment, and I kind of want to talk about that because I know like there's new equipment out there, and it seems like some of the new equipment resembles some of the old. So, as a DJ, how is it learning the new technology or the new equipment when it's being presented to you?
I mean, so for me, it's just a few new functions. So, all you got to do is find out where the new functions is at, and then everything else is all the same to me. So, um, dealing with the Hercules stage and their turntables, I was, like, okay, turntables a little bit sensitive, but I could rock with it. And man, we rocked out with it. For me, I be like happy to learn something new because you get bored doing the same thing all the time.
Yeah. Do you ever get nervous though? Like, does it seem like challenging, especially like, the opportunity that you had to work quick. So when being presented with like new equipment or new technology, what is your thought process to adjust?
No lie, because it was my first time doing NAM. I got a little nervous, and I thought like I said, I was just going there to be a spectator. Like, hey man, you want to rock out on the stage? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. And things start going a little left. I ain't even gonna speak on it, but you know, salute to the homie DJ K Fry out there in New York, and he just looked out and was like, "Yeah, man, let's got you, let's get it." And yeah, it all worked out. So once I got to playing some music, the challenge for me more was I like to bang out. I like to play my music loud, and you couldn't really turn the music up like that. So I was like, okay, I get it, because there's just so much going on at one time. It's like 50 people performing at one time. They're like, ooh, shit, okay. Like Funk Master Flex was there, doing his thing. Stevie Wonder was rocking out. I was like, Battle Cat was rocking out. I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was that. Other than that, that was the only challenge, just not being able to just turn up loud as I want to.
Yeah, it feels like somebody's like blocking your blessing a little bit, or like trying to, minimize the greatness that you can actually bring to the table. I get that. I truly get that. But then you also got the opportunity to play on Sirius FXM. I'm sorry, I keep
Yeah,
calling it F. How was that, and how did that opportunity come to play?
man, that was dope, man. Real salute to the bro DTA Experience, Diamond the Artist, and the bro Geechee Dan. I've toured and been on shared some stages with DTA, and I didn't even know that he you know worked at Rock the Bells, and he was like, "Bro, I got to get you on the show and this and that." Oh, okay, that's what's up. And then somebody called me and was like, "Man, they mentioned you on XM," and I was like, "What?" Like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, I know my nigga name anyway. You don't just call anybody position. And the bro DTA was like, "Man, I gotta get you on the show," and I was like, "All right, cool." He was like, "Man, I wanna play your shit, man. However I can, help push you out there. Let's get it." So I was like, "Man, we on." So that was a super blessing. So salute DTA, salute Geechee, salute LL Rock the Bells.
Yes, but let me ask you, because you tour, you see the whole country, you do a lot of things that a lot of DJs wish they could do. Would you consider regularly DJing for a station?
Like as far as being a personality,
Yeah, like
probably.
something like how Funk Flex do, or like constantly have a show like from 8 to 9. Position is in position, kind of
Uh,
thing.
probably in a certain, probably after a while, maybe. Cause I tried it before, honestly. I would try to go to radio school. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to be a radio personality, and I think I did like 2 weeks, and I was like, all right, I got to get back to this music. I got to create instead of doing what they do. But yeah, if the right opportunity came along, I'd definitely do that.
Yeah, you don't think you could do both, like still be creative and produce all the other stuff as well as being a regular DJ at a station?
But being on the I mean, it's you know a little easier now dealing with the internet. I would think. Being able to record and then put it out, schedule to get put out. But being on the road as much as I do with Bone Thugs and Harmony, it gets a little challenging because we be on the road a lot. So I would be challenging, but I'm up for it. I'm cool with that. Long
I
as
can
that money right now, man.
I can see you do it, because I'm watching, like, especially like the all the other interviews that you do and stuff like that. I think you have a great personality to be on somebody's airwaves. You definitely got the energy.
For
Yeah.
sure. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I
I'll go
definitely
ahead.
rock out.
Yeah, I would love to hear it. Like, whenever I'm inside of a car, I would love to hear that show. I'll be like, I know him. I know. I'll be so gassed.
That
I'll be
part.
so gassed.
That
Yeah,
part.
that part. So, we just finished the Grammys, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that Jay-Z did was basically let it be known how a lot of people get snuffed out of the opportunity of actually winning one, and it doesn't make sense, especially when they're doing so well. Now, when you have, and he won a Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, when we talk about Bone Thugs, do you see that happening anytime soon? Them two winning a Lifetime Achievement Awards and actually get the recognition of the role they played in the culture?
I definitely see it. I'm pretty sure everybody sees it. I see it happening sooner than everybody else thinks. Um, you know, being that I've been their DJ now for the past 13 years and seeing, all the hard work that they put in, hearing all the stories about, everything that they went through before I was even, around. Definitely deserving, and everybody loves Bone Thugs and Harmony, so why wouldn't they get it? I see them. I see it happening sooner than everybody thinks. Just like I said.
Me too. But I also want to shed light to the DJs of the world too, especially being that that's what you do
Yeah,
initially. Do you feel like, the industry doesn't give the DJ enough credit or accolades for the things that they do in the culture? Because if it wasn't for the DJ, we wouldn't have the culture. So how do you feel about that?
I definitely feel like the DJs don't get enough flowers. And you got like your DJs that made their way and did what they've been doing. But it's a lot of DJs that we just don't hear about. You know what I'm saying? Unless you with inside the circle or in the industry. And even in the industry, it's a lot of DJs I'm still finding out about. And then you find out they backstories, and you find out, oh, y'all produced this, or you done did this, and it's a lot that DJs do that you just a lot of times don't ever hear their names. And taking it back to the Grammys, I feel like that would be a dope ass category, at least for like another award show, to give like DJs like their award, give them their accolades as well, because I feel like DJs really be put under pressure as well, as far as performance, and making sure the crowd goes crazy, or whatever you do, you got to make sure that you connect with the crowd. And yeah, DJs definitely need that. So that'll be dope, having Grammys for the DJs or something like that. That'll be crazy.
Yeah, so at least a BET award, something.
Something, yeah. BT Award. Look, bring back the Vibe Awards or something. Shit.
Yeah, because I come across a lot of DJs, and even at the party, how they make the crowd move and change the energy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And like I said, we sit here and talk about we love hip hop, but it started with a DJ and then an MC just rocking the crowd, and a lot of the shifts that happen in hip hop were due to a DJ
yeah,
who eventually started producing music or whatever the case may be. So it's like, even down to the artists. You wouldn't know who a lot of these artists was if the DJ didn't introduce them to the world. So it just, saddens me that, DJs don't get the proper recognition that they actually truly deserve, especially if we say, we love hip hop the way that we do. Yeah.
yeah. Facts. And the crazy part about that, it just brought me back to a conversation I want to say I had with DJ Jazzy Jeff, when we had did the Force tour with LL Cool J, and he was talking about, like, if you think about it, back in the day, um, it's like the DJ's name came first before the artist. You had uh, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. You had Eric B and Rakim. You had the DJs was prominent, but the record labels figured out a way to cut them out, because you know they needed that check too. And it was like, well, shit, you're not the rapper, you're not the producers, like, you just spin records. So they figured out a way to cut them out and make the artist feel like, well, no, it's all about me, when it's actually teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah. Now, not too long ago, I spoke to DJ Enough. And he got like heavy hitters. And Funk Flex, you mentioned Funk Flex, he got his own crew of DJs. Do you think that's something that you will be doing? Have your own fleet of DJs, and you have a network of DJs where y'all doing parties and touring, and they got their own stuff, but it's like a collective or a family.
Yeah, nah, I definitely do. And I got like a few DJs that I fuck with. Like I have my own DJ, Jay Lonzo, and I got my boy George Mucus who DJs. He's dope. I got the homegirl DJ Jason Sear out in DC who does her thing. So I definitely can see myself doing that. I'm cool with a lot of DJs, so yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope. Like, especially seeing something like that, coming out of the West Coast. I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's not a lot of at least to me, it's not a lot of West Coast DJs that really just put on like that. So it would be something dope
Why
to
you
see.
think that is though? Why you think that is?
Um, just like in other places, I feel like it's all about me as far as the artists go, and they just want the artist to play certain shit. So um, you know, LA is just crazy, man. It's just weird, but we're gonna get it together, even if I gotta start it. There you
Yeah, I
go.
hope so. I really hope so because I think that's what the culture is missing. We missing that, element. I know a lot of things come out of the East Coast, and shout outs for you shouting out the East Coast, because New York always come through in the clutch.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate the West Coast sound and even the culture itself of the West Coast. I come across a lot of people from the West Coast, and I really dig that whole swag, that whole essence of it all. And I would like to see something like that coming out of there.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you think about it, just going back, Dr. Dre started off as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Doing mixtapes for radio, K-Day and all that shit. Then you got people like DJ Battlecat, who started off back then as well. And if you listen to a lot of Snoop songs back in like late '90s, early 2000s on up, a lot of that's Battlecat. If you listen to, I don't know if you remember the single from Faith Evans, "You Gets No Love."
Yeah,
That
you
was
get no
Battlecat.
love.
Yeah, that was Battlecat. So DJ Quick, it's people that really got some shit out there, but yeah, we need to really get the DJs their flowers and get them the opportunity to like create some shit. So that'll be dope.
Yeah, I would love to see it. Now, before we move forward to like your music and stuff, we was talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony, and
Hmm.
unfortunately, Crazy Bone had a little scare, and
Yeah.
we was all praying for him. He was in the hospital and everything like
Yeah.
that. Is there any updates with his health? And how did that make you feel going through that period, watching Crazy Bone go through that trial?
Um. Well, number one, Crazy Bone is good. Crazy Bone is all good. So just taking his time, day to day. Just making sure he all the way good. But he's super good right now. I was just on the phone with him yesterday. Um, how did it make me feel? Man, I've been going through so much just these past few years. It's kind of like here we go again. But on the flip side, it's like damn, like you know, my nigga down. And he's the reason why I'm even a part of Bone Thugs and Harmony. So, I look at
What you
him.
mean by that? He's the reason.
So, I ended up meeting Crazy Bone and Keep G in 2006. And I was producing a song for them. And then I started eventually forming a friendship and a relationship with those two. And then Crazy liked the way I work. And eventually that led up to him and Wishbone wanting me to DJ in Australia. And through trials and tribulations, he believed in the nigga. So he was like, "Man, I want you to do this and whatever, whatever." And then I guess when he felt I was ready to DJ for all five members, he was like, "Hey, this position, this finna happen," and they went with it. So yeah, it's definitely because of Crazy Bone. I'm in Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, and for those that's watching, you can see the longer explanation in our old interview. I just had to, ask that again just as a refresher. But
Yeah.
go ahead. Like, what was you going through that time, and how did it affect Bone Thugs? Period. 'Cause like you said, you constantly touring. I see y'all still performing. So, what was that down period like, and what were the things that you, as the group, all of y'all were doing to try to keep the energy at a good point?
I mean, for them, I would feel like, these are lifelong brothers, cousins, and friends, and so they looking like, damn, like, my nigga down, and it's a scary moment. Um, so when that happened, everything shut down for a minute, but then they look at me like, hey, we just gonna try to make the we Crazy Bone would want, and as well as everybody else would want to keep the show going. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and represent. So that's what we did. As far as I felt, just like everybody else, it was a little scary moment, and it was one of those, like I said, like, damn, my nigga down, and you start reflecting, and I started reflecting like, damn, I've been around these niggas for a long ass time, and it also makes you feel like nothing lasts forever. Especially with um, all the people dying in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was like for the past few years, it was like people just dying left or right. So we like, damn, no, not this nigga, not right now. You feel me? Me personally, I feel like their story hasn't been told yet. So it's like, damn,
That's a
everybody had their
fact.
prayers up for dude. So thank God he here and he good. So we straight.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, I want to see a Bone Thugs and Harmony movie, like a Netflix series or something like that, like how they did Straight Outta Compton. I would
Yeah.
love to, maybe one of y'all got to talk to Gary F. Gary Gray, whatever his name is. Be like, what we doing? We need a,
Yeah. F. Gary
because I can
Gray.
see that. And plus, that will be prolific because not only you have the main story, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of the individual stories with the individual members, like the New Edition story. You saw how the BT did New Edition, and
Yeah.
you saw like different aspects of the individuals' lives as well as what it was like collectively. And I think that will be a blockbuster. I think that's something that is needed because you really don't. I feel like they don't talk enough about Bone Thugs, especially right now. I feel like they need to be doing a lot more
I
to give
I
them
feel
the
the same way.
recognition.
Yeah, I feel the same way. 50 years of hip hop that we all been celebrating. 30 years of being in the game. That ain't no easy motherfucking task. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's here today, gone today. It ain't even gone tomorrow. They get one little single and then 2 weeks later they done. And for these dudes to be lasting from '94 all the way to now, literally 30 years later, that's a testimony within itself. So I feel like a movie would be dope as fuck, but at the same time, I feel like you said, a Netflix series would even
Yeah,
be
because
better.
that's a lot to unpack. That's a
That's a
lot.
lot. It's a lot to unpack. Because again, these dudes' families and the stories that I've heard myself is crazy. From them being cool with everybody in New York, from people not giving them their respect, and I would want to see, just on some side shit, I would want to see how they walked up to Tone Loc house and tried to rap for him, and and the niggas get dissed or whatever the case may be, and and for them to be that passionate and still keep going and make it to how they made it. It's a lot that I want to see. All the stories that I heard, it's too much to put in one movie.
Yeah, because movies be like 2 hours. See, like the Wu-Tang, they had like 2 seasons. So
Yeah.
I think Bone Thugs needs something like that. Now you mentioned the 50 years of hip hop, and Bone Thugs been out 30 years. Do you feel like during the 50 year celebration, they got their respect or just due? Were they included in a lot of the festivities?
Um, I honestly, I feel like they ain't been talked about enough. That's just me. But it's a lot that goes on. Dealing with, it's so many people in hip hop, because I'm like thinking, I'm like, did they really do anything with Wu Tang like that? You know, or did they speak? I know, I think I seen like Juicy J or something like that once, but I'm like, man, it's so many people, you know, that hasn't got their shine. But again, like man, Bone Thugs been the soundtrack to so many people's lives. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mine's
not just,
included.
you know what I'm saying? Like not even just First of the Month, not not even Crossroads, but like the Days of Our Lives from the Set It Off soundtrack to Looking in My Eyes with the Batman soundtrack. It's just so much, and then other than Be Real, I don't think any rapper has as many weed songs as Bone Thugs and Harmony. And that's a culture within itself.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that they legalizing it everywhere. When you go to these events, you hear Bone Thugs to this day blaring in the background.
Yeah,
So yeah, I totally get it. But outside of that, I'm gonna I'll go back to the Grammys real quick before I focus on you.
yeah,
Because during the 50 year celebration, KRS-One was invited, and he denied the offer because he's
yeah.
saying that they being fake. Like, why all of a sudden now? Like, you be snubbing us all these years. You give people awards, but then you don't show them on the screen. All this other stuff. So forget it. Do you feel like now, with everything that happened, is there going to be some type of change with the Grammys giving hip hop artists their recognition and actually categorizing artists correctly?
I can look at it two ways. Number one, that's the reason why people like Karis wanted did what he did. That's the reason why Will Smith and Salt and Pepper and all them boycotted back in the day. That's the reason why Jay-Z spoke how he spoke, because they see through the bullshit. Like, we love the Grammys, we want to be a part of the Grammys, but y'all got to get this shit right. And on the flip side of that, that's why we try to get our own. That's why that's what came from the Source Awards at the time. That's what came from the Vibe Awards. Now, it was short lived. Source Awards did a lot for people's careers, but
It did. The Source magazine, period,
you know what I'm
did a
saying.
lot of
So
people for people's careers.
you know what I'm saying. And up until that little situation, I felt like it did help, and we should keep building. You know what I'm saying. The Grammys, to me, is a real prestigious an award, but that's really on how we carry ourselves as well. So the Source, if they would have stuck with it, I felt like it would definitely be up there at least, or at least like the motherfucking Billboard Awards or something like that. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it though.
Yeah, I really do. How do you feel about the whole Killer Mike situation? I got my own. I be apprehensive about Killer Mike. A lot of people be giving him this so-called respect, but I watch him closely, especially with politics. And
Yeah,
he flip-flops a lot. This is me, you guys, not
yeah.
position. This is my thoughts. But outside of that, do you think that shit was like a psyops, or I don't know?
I don't know, but here's what I would speculate. Right, I feel like my nigga, and I fuck with Killer Mike. I fuck with a lot of his music even from back in the day. Um, I feel like the nigga was feeling good. Niggas out there talking his shit. One of the securities wasn't going for it. Seen a nigga having fun. Was like, nah, nigga, you could have got the nigga, kicked out the building or something like that. Nah, you had to take it a little bit further. Nah, take this nigga to jail. You didn't hit nobody, none of that. Bitch, get out of here, move. So, it was just one of those. I felt like, man, niggas just can't really celebrate, can't do shit. And this is the reason why niggas drink out the motherfucking Grammys like a sippy cup and all that, because y'all don't fucking respect us. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, it was just somebody just overzealous and just didn't like seeing a nigga happy.
Yeah,
You feel
I
me?
kind of
I
think.
didn't even watch the Grammys like that. I've been over here working, but I heard they wasn't like really showing rappers like that on the Grammys anyway.
Yeah, because I don't even think they showed him. Did they show him? Well, I didn't watch it either, but I heard they didn't even show that part of him receiving at least some of the awards. So it's crazy. But anyway, moving forward from that, you got Tokyo shit. Let's
Show the
talk
fuck
about
do.
Tokyo shit.
Show the fuck do. God damn it. Produced by myself. Position. Featured by the big bro Yuck Mouth for the legendary Loonies. And yeah, man, that shit just turned up, man. We've done a lot of shows together. And man, send me something. Let's get it. Let's work. I said, and I be working so much, I don't be sending it on time. And once we finally locked in, and he heard the tracks, he's like, "Oh, this nigga position is sick. This nigga is serious with it." So, we did that. We did a few other ones, and man, that nigga spazzed on that shit. That nigga did his thing on that shit. Talk your shit out right the fuck now. Video at 17,000, which is dope. You know what I'm saying? Just by letting motherfuckers know it's out. Shit on Spotify, Pandora, everywhere, man. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's position time. That's it. That's all I can say. And I'm talking my shit from here on motherfucking out.
Yeah, like, and I'm so proud of you guys. I'm sorry, my light is
Nah, you
fucking
good?
up. But anyway, yeah, and I'm like, and he's from the Looney, so that's I got five on it. And
Yeah.
for those that don't know, so what was that like? That and how did that even come to be, though?
Yeah, like I said, we do a lot of shows together, and then just by me DJing for Bone Thugs and Harmony for so many years, I've gotten to not just meet a lot of people. I got to be cool with people. We all be in the same hotel, same flight, same cities, and we pop up a lot, and it's just one of those things. Like, all right, man, let's work, and then they start seeing me perform, and they start hearing me rap. They like, oh, this ain't no regular nigga. This okay, all right. So, um, we've been talking about it for a long time, and then it was one of those days I was like, nah, nigga, I'm finna send you this. You're like, all right, nigga, send me something. Oh shit, nigga, send me something else. Send me something else. And when I sent him Talk Your Shit, yeah, he spazzed on it, man. I was like, all right, man, we on shit. So, man, salute to the bro Yuck Mouth, man. That nigga did his shit. And we got some shit on his album that's coming out too.
Sorry. Salute to
Yeah, there you
Yuck
go.
Mouth. Salute to the Looney. Period. Like,
Yeah.
people don't understand that's history. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, yes, it gets me excited. Like I got excited when I saw that, and I'm like, yes, that like that's and it fits too, And not only that, you people, well, especially people like me, want to see more coming up from artists like that too. I think it's very necessary. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this state, and I feel like a lot of the older artists or the legends, they don't want to come out because they feel like people are not going to listen to. But I think Killer Mike is a perfect example of is never too late, or is you can never be too old. Like you can
Yeah.
actually still produce fire music to be a part of the culture as long as it's dope. Is a green light. But
Yeah. That's real shit. But that's a narrative that, you know, people put on us to put on ourselves. If I'm saying it the right way, that people put that on us to tell ourselves like, nah, when you get a certain age, nah, nigga, it's too late. You can't rap, or ain't nobody checking for you no more. And this is a young man sport, which I'm not knocking none of the young niggas, because the young niggas is the reason why a lot of this shit happens in the future. And, we can learn from them just as well as they can learn from us. And I'm not saying I'm as old as they are, but, I'm kind of like in the middle where I can see all this shit happening. But for a motherfucker to say, nah, nigga, it's too late, nigga, just be happy with what you got. And nah, nigga, fuck that. Ain't nothing wrong with striving and pushing for greatness, and making people have fun, and just listen to some dope ass music. So salute to the nigga Killer Mike, man. Salute to everybody that's over 25 doing their thing and shit.
Yeah, and I think like when artists get older, they have a maturity level that is unmatched, and
Yeah,
a lot of their vision is properly conveyed through the music. Something that a lot of young artists don't have yet. There's like a seasoning, uh, like it's just better. Like it's just better. It's more polished. It's more.
it
I
is.
don't know how to explain it.
It is. But like you said, it just comes along with maturity. So when you take something that we grew up to love, which is hip hop, we don't do this specifically for just the check. We all want to get paid, but we really do this shit because we love the fuck out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we people like us, we strive to like push the needle and do something great. You know what I'm saying? Versus, oh, let me just put this little song out that might go viral on TikTok and make a couple dollars. Like, nah, we want to have some shit that has legs on it and shit like that. So, there's more that we could talk about, and we don't have to be boring. I think what was this nigga Andre 3000? Not no knock to him, but he was like, "What am I gonna talk about? Colonoscopy or whatever that shit is?" And it's like, nah, you can talk about a whole lot of shit that goes on in the world and still be able to have fun. Cause I feel like that nigga is like he's top five, at least top 10 MC to me.
Yeah, every time I used to ask that question to upcoming artists, I always talk about who's your top five dead or alive, but don't say the usual Mount Rushmore. And it was like 98% will always be like three stacks, three stacks, three stacks.
Hmm.
It's a lot of people's favorites.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause he got wordplay. He got wordplay like a motherfucker, and his delivery is different. You know what I'm saying? By him having that Atlanta, that down south accent, but he knows how to swerve with his words and shit. So, I fuck with three stacks for that, man. And right now he just I feel like he in another part of his life where he like, all right, nigga, I done did it all. Nigga, I just wanna play my flute and just be happy. And the nigga say when he get back to it, he'll get back to it. Like, because he think about music every day. So, you know, I'll produce a track on that nigga. Fuck it. Let me get something popping with him.
Right? And that leads me to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah.
know you hip hop, but is that ever a genre you wanna
All
try
right.
out?
All right.
Because
No, I don't
and another
try out.
reason why I'm asking that is because
Hmm.
there's this young lady, she's a singer, right? And
Yeah.
she's been doing a lot of R&B. And for some reason her last song is like one of those poppy type songs that normally a white girl would sing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fire. Like I really like the song. I like her on it. I like her style on it. She brings that urban stuff. So is there anything like that that you would try, to
Well,
cross
see,
over?
I can't say try because I do it all already. This is just me uh introducing myself to y'all little by little. I already got a whole rock and roll album that's done. Like full heavy metal, screaming, singing, and all that type shit. And it don't sound like I'm trying. It's just what I do. I have a pop album that's almost done. Um, I do everything already. So again, I'm just giving you little by little of what I already do. So you'll see it. You'll see it in the near future. One of these days, you'll be like, damn, wait a minute. I thought he was coming out with a rap album, and something totally different is gonna come out.
I can't wait to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because I kind of like when artists like go stand out of the box of what they're known for and pleasantly surprise us. Sometimes it's a beautiful surprise, sometimes it's the epic fail, but I like that direction because it does show versatility, and not only that, it makes you gain a bigger fan base. Is there any fan base that you didn't know uh that was up on position and you was like, you know beautifully surprised when you found out that people was loving you from that part of the world or that part of the culture and what that culture is?
Um, I'm happy to find out when I got people from other parts of the world that fuck with me. But real life shit, because of Bone Thugs and Harmony, I've been able to go to all these countries and not just DJ for them, but actually go out there and perform my own music in front of people in Australia and Sweden and just damn near anything you can name, Canada and Brazil, Colombia. So I pay attention to all of them, everybody, man. So when somebody hit me, I'll be like, oh, okay, that's what's up. I just be happy about it. Now when I do check my streaming sales, I be like, damn, who the fuck is in the Isle of Man? I ain't never heard of no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or it'd be other countries that I've never heard of that. Okay, they listen to Position, but I'll always take into account that I'm performing and DJing for the most fucking iconic hip hop group ever. So eyes gonna be on me regardless. So I gotta make it my motherfucking duty to make sure that I rock out before I bring these niggas out. And I ain't playing when I get on stage at all.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I'm glad you see it like that too, because like I used to get told that all the time, especially like when I used to be on my rants and shit like that. They used to be like, oh, you maybe you need to like cut it down or watch what you say because you don't know who's watching. Do you let that kind of thing affect your creativity? Like you knowing that you're being viewed all across the world, when you are creating, when you are in that lab, do you think about those things?
No, because I make the music for me first. I make it for me, period. I can make music like everybody else, which is easy to do, but I make music for me. And what I would do is take traits of people that I've listened to and learned from, and implement that in there. But as far as worried about what other people think, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You either like it or you don't. Guess
Very
what?
much.
It's 8 billion people in the world. Somebody gonna like my shit.
Well, I'm one of them, so
There you go.
you can go to sleep good at tonight knowing that.
There you go.
Yes. So, you got Talk Your Shit. Is there like a project overall that's coming out, or you just dropping singles?
Nah, I'm dropping a project called Built for It All. I actually got a few singles that's out already, which I got On Fire, which has been waving. I got The Shit with the homie Big O Meezy that's out. I got I Feel Good with the homie Baby Bash that's already out. We actually about to shoot a video to that. So I got some shit already that's been circulating. And now it's just me pressing the gas on this shit. Like, nah, you're gonna see Position in your city real motherfucking soon. You're gonna see me with Bone, and then you're gonna see Position pulling up. Like, hey, I got
I'm
some
glad you mentioned that because I was gonna ask, how do you feel like you're gonna be able to juggle the two? You having your own thing plus still touring with Bone Thugs. You think there's gonna be some type of clash?
nah, nah, ain't gonna be no clash. This what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta manage my time. That's it. So I'm good. I'll be all right. You
Yeah,
feel me?
so after the project job, what's next? Is there something that, because we you said you doing all the genres
Hmm.
and all that kind of thing, but is there something outside of the hip hop culture that you want to actually tap into?
Um. Well, I already do my tequila. So
Yeah,
shout
let's
out.
talk about it.
Yeah. So shout out to Solo. We already got that. That's already going, and people still getting it left and right. So that's dope.
I
Um,
want to be the brand ambassador because I drink tequila like nobody's business, especially during the pandemic. That was my booster shot and vaccine.
there
That's
you
the thing
go.
that kept me safe was
There you go.
tequila. So, if you need
And
any
look,
pictures and videos or whatever to push the brand, I'll gladly help you.
that part. And look, and that shit. It ain't no regular, like Patron and all that. 40%. Like this 46%. So, you got a little high extra octane in that bitch.
I
You
said, you're
feel
going to
me?
have me sourced out here.
Oh yeah, nah. You definitely gonna be on a whole nother level. You're gonna be feeling the matrix after about 2, 3 shots. Feel me? So, but yeah, we did that for a split
Wait.
second.
But what made you want to do tequila and how did that whole thing start?
I already drank a lot, so um, it was only right when I met Ernesto in San Diego a couple years back, and we did a tacos and tequila festival, and I want to say it was about like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning when we had to do sound check. So I was walking in, and Ernesto was like, "Hey, take a shot with us." And I was like, "Nigga, it's 10 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, nigga. All right, hold on, I'll be right there. Let me do a sound check right quick." So I ended up doing the sound check, and then right before I walked out, I said, "What's up?" Got introduced to both of them, him and his people, and we ended up taking shots. He started giving me like history on how it was made, where it was made, where it's from, and all that type of shit. And I was like, okay. So I left, and once I came back for the show, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna see you back there." So he came back, and we just started chopping it up. And then once the bro Polar Bear kind of seen what was going on, he locked in with them and just started making little plays happen. And then we've been cool. We've been a family ever since.
Yeah, that's fire. I want to be the brand ambassador. You got to do that for me.
Man, there you
Yeah,
go.
yes. So, and you was about to say something else outside of the tequila. What was that?
Yeah, no, for a minute we was doing a seltzer. I had a seltzer called Mango Drip, you know what I'm saying? That was like a real limited edition. And that thing went fast. So I might end up splashing back into that. That shit was good too. But it's a lot that I want to do. That, the liquor game I like, and I see that's it's a real competitive business. I just want to be around that. And I definitely want to get myself into acting as well.
Yeah. Now going back to the to the going back to the tequila, we
Yeah,
saw what was happening with Diddy, how they was able to play court games with him, different
yeah,
things like that. Because even though I mean, shout out to Cassie, but we all know what that was really about. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, they did all that to get something from him that he wasn't trying to do. So what did you learn from watching Diddy and his relationship with liquor companies or liquor conglomerates? And what are those lessons that you're gonna take with you with this tequila brand?
keep your dick in your pocket. Now I'm playing.
Right, though. Like that's first and foremost. Wait, before you start going and explaining all of that,
That's that.
I said the same thing too. Like a lot of this
Oh
shit would
man,
happen to a lot of these niggas if they would have just fucked their wives instead of fucking all these other
nah, you
bitches.
can you
But
can fuck you can fuck all the bitches you want to. It's just how you play shit.
yeah,
I
and your
don't
ass 30 years later gonna be in a courtroom talking about what happened.
I don't know what dude was doing, been on, but whatever they say he did, I don't wish jail on nobody, but at the same time, I don't wish harm on nobody either. So, that's just something that he got to deal with. And, only time will tell for that. But the only thing I learned is like, hey, keep your motherfucking circle close and just stay focused on your business. That's about it.
And I
You
feel
feel
that,
me?
you know what I'm saying? Because that little brain got a lot of niggas in trouble these days. And now, and this is outside of position, but now I'm
Yeah.
starting to see like the little patterns of them trying to attack Jay-Z now. So we see how that
Well,
goes.
they're attacking everybody. Shit. They literally attacking everybody. They're like, nope, he did it too. He did it too. He did it too. And it's like, God damn, nigga. Like, I'm glad I ain't go to that party, whatever that party
Right?
was. Like, shit, nigga. But
It kind of make me think twice about the parties that I do go to now. Like, should I be going? I don't
I,
want to go no more.
nah, man, it's just, you just never know who you having fun with because you never know who's trying to get over on you later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers hold receipts for a lot of shit, and it's just, it is what it is, man. So I'm just praying for everybody, all them motherfuckers, to be all right at the end of that motherfucking situation. You
Yeah, I
feel
hope
me?
it all works out. You know what I'm
I'll take
saying?
over Ciroc. Fuck it. Nah,
Nah, I don't want Ciroc. I don't. Please don't do that because
don't do that.
we see how they give it up over there. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I pray that everything goes well with this tequila brand, and you ain't got to deal with none of that bullshit either.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I want for you. Yeah, so you talking about all these things. That's what's next. Where do you want to see the culture next?
The thing that I like about the culture is You never know where it's gonna go. Um, you're not always gonna agree with it because guess what? When we grew up listening to rap, or even before, like I started really listening to rap, they said it was just a phase, a fad, and that's not real music, and all they doing is saying words, and here we are 50 years later. You know what I'm saying? So you never know where it's going to end up. Even the music that we don't like now, somebody likes that shit. And the people that don't like the music, they just got their taste. You know what I'm saying? Like, we heard music and hear music that we gonna feel it 20, 30 years later. They might feel the same way. These little niggas might feel the same motherfucking way. They might hear Young Thug or 42 Doug or whatever the fuck. They might hear that shit 20, 30 years later. Like, yeah, that was my shit when I was whatever. You know what I'm saying? So are we going to always agree with everything? No. But, that's the whole situation about evolving. It's always going to grow. It's always going to do something. So you're going to have our ups, you're going to have our downs. And the main thing is, as long as hip hop is here, because hip hop is taking care of everybody right now.
That's a fact, including podcasters such as myself.
You feel me?
I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for hip hop. And shout out to Ralph McDaniels because he's the reason,
Yeah.
that we even have this lane on this side of the hip hop culture in the first place. And trust me, I'm totally grateful and honored by all those things too. And honestly, I'm starting to see a change in the younger music too because I got sons and
Yeah.
I'm they're the reason why I'm in tune with a lot of shit that we play because they play their music and I'm listening. And I do see the shift. Like you starting to see more younger artists have more substance in their music now.
Yeah.
You're starting to see the shift a little bit. And I enjoy it. I kind of enjoy it now. At first I didn't. Like a few years ago, I was complaining. But then
Yeah.
now with this new wave, I'm starting to really dig them. Do you feel
Look,
like
a
what
few
can bridge the gap between these new artists and the older generation?
a few years ago, a lot of these niggas was on drugs. Like a lot of these niggas was like they wasn't even doing like normal. These niggas popping pills and doing all kind of like weird shit. And God, again, man, past 4, 5 years, a lot of it was like rappers was dying every month. If it wasn't like drug overdose, niggas was getting shot. So niggas is again, they think, oh, I can do this, I can make some money or whatever, and they got they people to cheerlead for them and thinking that's gonna be a wave. So the people that did make it, salute to them. The people that tried and didn't make it, at least you tried. But like you said, some of these people are making a substance now, and they just saying, okay, I don't want to keep doing that shit, and they probably hearing somebody like our age or older, like, nah, nigga, do something different.
Yeah.
Like all this shit sounds
My,
the
my,
same.
my sons do music too, and I be like, nah, that ain't. I'm like their harshest critic.
Yeah,
It's nothing for me to be like, nah, that ain't it.
yeah, real shit,
But when
man. Like,
it hit. I be like, oh, rewind that. Okay,
yeah,
and I be in my little zone, bouncing to it, and I be like, yo, who's that? And they'll tell me some little something or this person or whatever. I don't know who the fuck they are, but I like it. So
yeah,
if it hit, it hit. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So and that's what a lot of them need. A lot of niggas need, like, to be criticized, and a lot of people need to hear, like, you know the truth. But they also gotta understand it's a balance between criticism and somebody just bashing you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
Like, don't let a nigga just talk shit about you, but at the same time, you gotta have at least thick enough skin to hear the truth. Like, nah, nigga, that shit was bullshit, nigga. So
Or it's missing something. My son just did a song and it's kind of cool, but it was missing like a few things. And I'm like, it sounds dry. I don't like it. I'm like, it missing
yeah,
some kind of bells, whistles, or something. Like I get it, but it's missing something. So it gotta
yeah,
be something like that. You gotta talk with compassion. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a hater. I want
yeah.
everybody to win, but if it ain't it, it ain't it. You know?
And then again, like I said, the delivery is different. You know what I'm saying? So um, a lot of the delivery now is a lot more choppy. When we was just kind of like in your face with it. Um, everybody trying to sing with their raps now. So it's like, all right, nigga, you trying to rap, you trying to sing, but you high as fuck, nigga. So you mumbling and stuttering on your shit. So it's like, nigga, what is you doing? But it's just something for everybody, man. And that goes about, the evolution of hip hop, man. It's gonna evolve into something.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see the next 50 years and how that's gonna play out with everything. I'm gonna salute to you and thank you for pulling up to Live at Radio. Like I want to have more discussions like this and debate the news. And I really watch you and I'm really inspired by what you do. Like it be you and a few other people that keep me on my toes and feel like I could be doing so much more. Who inspires you to keep you on your toes? Because I'm pretty sure we all have off days where we sometimes we don't even want to get out of bed. But what keeps you driven to succeed the way you do?
Um, Personally, uh, my two little niggas, my two boys and shit, just making sure that the niggas see that I get up and go to work, whether I'm sick or whatever the case may be. Nigga, I'm up, I'm out here, I'm at it. Um, Number two, again, not trying to say it too much, but I can't say it enough. Being Bone Thugs and Harmony's DJ, I get to learn and see a lot for the simple fact that we all, like you said, we all have our off days, and to see how, you know, uh, Lay might have an off day, but everybody's there to pick it up, or Craig might be like, man, I ain't feeling it today, nigga, but everybody got his back, or same for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like they get up, they go to work, they go show the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you chose this business and don't feel like going to work, you chose the wrong business. Like we all have off days. We all have shit we going through. But nigga, you get your motherfucking ass up, nigga, and you get out there and show your ass.
Get
Oh,
the fuck up.
God damn
Listen,
it.
you gotta get mama mode on them, like how you wake your kids up for school. Get
You know
your
what I mean?
ass up. Let's
You know what I mean? Like, look, like little story. Like I remember first time I went to Australia, right? This nigga, uh, Craig and Wish, we ended up going to a bar and we just was drinking until about like 5, 6 in the morning. And I'm in the living room. I'm just laid the fuck out, hung over everything. And it's like, I think like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. This nigga Craig just tapped me. Like, hey, you going to sleep? He had a feature to do with somebody. And I'm like, nigga, how the fuck is you even up? Nigga, you was drinking just like me. But this nigga was up, ready to get that work in. So when I see shit like that, I ain't got no excuse because nigga, I'm not of that caliber just yet. And even when you get to that caliber, nigga, that don't give you the motherfucking excuse to sit your ass down.
That's a whole fact. And that work ethic, people don't understand work ethic outshines talent all the time. People think because they talented that that's all they need. Nah, you got to get up and go. And a lot of times you got to do shit that you don't want to do. Like, and it's not that you don't want to do it. Sometimes your body's telling you, oh, you need a nap or
Yeah.
5 minutes. And people keep hitting that snooze button until they miss out on the opportunity. So I totally get it because I sometimes I have to push myself. Sometimes I don't be wanting to go to these events. I'm thinking about the travel, me coming home, all this
Yeah.
other shit, and then not even that. The editing part, putting it out there, or the hours it takes to even put the content out there. Sometimes I get tired too, but I gotta remember what am I doing this for? And as soon as I start sleeping, here comes my replacement. So I gotta make sure that I'm on my toes 100% of the time, or I will lose out. I will miss out, and especially when you always want opportunity from that big win. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you could either miss the opportunity and lose everything just for you not showing up. And I'm kind of glad Jay-Z mentioned that in the Grammys, like show up. Even on
Yeah.
your off days, show up. You know what I'm saying? Because every second counts. Yeah.
Fact.
Is there anything else you want to say? Because you said you gave some gems. Is there anything else you would like to say for the, upcoming DJs and artists out there that's just breaking in?
Um, I just said for the upcoming DJs, keep rocking out. Demand your motherfucking respect. Don't let these niggas talk shit like, oh nigga, you just spam nigga. Fuck that, nigga. I'm out here, nigga. I'm out here doing this shit, nigga, getting these crowds rocking just like everybody else. So, you know, respect the DJ is a definite big hashtag. Um, as far as being an artist, for the young up and coming artists, like I said earlier, uh, don't ever take no for an answer. Take criticism, but also have that motherfucking balance where it's like, nah, nigga, I feel good about my shit. Like, nigga, so it's like you said earlier, it's either gonna be it's either gonna go or it's gonna be a fail. Either way, you're gonna learn from that motherfucker. So,
Yeah, and don't
um,
be afraid to try too. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just had to say this because I was talking about my sons when I said that.
yeah,
But I had another situation where my son produced like this super god awful track. I hated that shit. I really did. I was like, nah. And then he released it and the shit went viral. And I'm like, how
yeah,
the fuck? So, we just pray for discernment. That's what I want people to take away from those stories. Pray for discernment. If if you have a burning sensation of you having to put something out there, put it out there regardless of what anybody's saying. I still think the song is trash, but I get why it went popular because it's for young people. So I get it. I get it. But
yeah,
just pray for discernment and use your heart when making those
yeah,
decisions. But go ahead, finish what you were saying.
yeah. No, but I was about to just kind of go with that. Like, you gotta also think like there was certain songs you liked when you was younger. And motherfuckers like, nigga, what the fuck is you listening to? And they didn't understand that. And now you at that age where they might make some shit. Nigga, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, because
But
I felt real disrespected the way they was cursing and the topic. I didn't like it. I felt really like, why
like
y'all
your ass
having that in
didn't
my
cuss
mouth?
when you was younger. Like you didn't cuss motherfuckers out all fucking day.
I did, but it's different when you a mom. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah,
different. And
that's
I
see
don't.
that.
I just didn't want my kids to think I'll be a friend. Like I always wanted to keep that boundary. Like, yeah, I'm a cool mom. I
Hmm.
do a lot of cool shit, but I'm still your mom. Like at the end of the
Yeah,
day, like watch your fucking mouth when you talk to me. That kind of
yeah,
thing. Like, don't think we that cool that you saying curse words every other word. That's just me. But when I heard this song, I'm like, ew, that's trash. Especially me knowing how I talk about other people's music that's kind of similar. So I'm like, nah, that ain't it. And turn that shit off. Like, I don't want to hear it. But then he releases the shit, and it's like,
yeah. But look, you talking about some I don't want to hear that shit, but then you end up playing some whole other nigga shit that's cussing like a motherfucker though. You know
I,
what I'm
I
saying?
yes, I guess I'm
Yeah, like
guilty.
nah, like yeah, respect me when you talk to me as a mama and shit. But you can't control somebody's art form. That's even talking to your son and shit. Like it's his art form, and if he felt that good about it, where he released the shit anyway,
Yeah, he did.
and
He did it
and thank
anyway.
God he did, because like you said, the shit went up. So
Yeah, it did go up. And I'm kind of glad I spoke to you because you made me wiser in this moment when dealing with that situation with my son. It's kind of fairly new. I think he released it like 2 weeks ago, and the numbers is doing better than what he's usually doing. So I'm
yeah,
glad I had this talk with you because it made me realize something at the end of the day. Yeah, I know a lot of things. Yeah, hip hop is my life, but I don't know every fucking thing, and I gotta, give a little bit more grace. But the shit is fucking disrespectful. I'm sorry, it is. But
and
it
look,
went up.
and you don't know the future. So by you trying to tell him don't do this, don't that could be the future that you blocking. You never know. You
That's
know, I
true.
I grew up listening to niggas like Sugar Free. That nigga, boy, that nigga's a motherfucking monster on the motherfucking mic. He'll talk about a bitch so motherfucking cold. You feel me? I never hit a woman, but I'll slap the shit out of a bitch while you bullshitting. So, we grow up listening to shit like that. And, I be seeing moms, I be seeing different type of moms that used to shake their ass and all kind of other shit. And then once they have kids, hey man, what you doing? Don't be doing. Man, sit your ass back. Let this nigga do his thing. God damn.
Guilty. I'm guilty.
Yeah, let
I'm
this nigga
guilty.
do his thing, man. Like long as he respects you when he talk to you. But nah, like yeah, we all went through this phase. You just can't forget about the shit that you grew up doing, and long as again you teach them boundaries and respect. That's it.
Yeah, because My Neck and My Back is not a Christian song, and we
It
was
sure the
all
fuck
bouncing
ain't.
to that.
It sure the fuck ain't.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I
You
gotta
feel me?
find balance.
You feel me? And I ain't letting no bitches crack. She got to be a bad bitch for me to do something, and I got to be drunk as fuck. Nah.
Oh, well, don't slip up on that tequila. You might have an awkward moment or two.
I'm like shit. Man.
Yeah, but thank you so much for pulling up again. We definitely got to keep doing this.
Yeah,
Any last words before we stop this live?
man. Number one, thank you for having me on here. Number two, salute Bone Thugs and Harmony. Uh, Again, I got all these singles out. Salute Yuck Mouth. Salute my nigga Network. You know what I'm saying? Talk your shit out right now everywhere. Salute Baby Bash. I feel good. Salute everybody, man, that I fuck with, and you're gonna see a whole lot more position. I'm in position on another level. You feel me?
Position, staying in his position. And I'm so
That
proud
part.
of you. Like, I like looking at your content. I like following you. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
you definitely home team. And I can't wait to see what happens next with you. And I wish you the very best.
definitely. And I might be out your way too.
Please, and you have to let me know when you do that, cause
Yeah,
the last time you was out here, I missed it. Well, I didn't miss it. I came, and then you was like in and out, and I'm like, damn, like the
yeah.
shit just started. Like I don't think you stood at that place long. I think you was
Where was
it was
that?
at a
Where was
pop up shop.
where was that at? We was at.
Shout out to my boy Punch Dollars. He had like this weed event or some pop up shop
Mm-hmm.
in the city, and you was there, but by the time I came, y'all already
We
left,
was
and I'm
gone.
like,
Yeah,
yo,
we was
it just
gone.
started. Like,
Yeah.
y'all
No,
didn't stay long.
we be about that business.
I see. Next time, I'm gonna be there before time. I'm gonna be on white people time. Be
Yeah,
there like
we
a half an hour earlier, shit, before the
yeah.
event start, just to make sure I don't miss the opportunity. But yes, yo, keep me posted, because I
So
definitely want to pull up on you and talk to you in real time.
let's get it. We on.
Yeah, all right. So I see you next time.
All right, yup. I'll talk to you in a minute. So
All right.
all day.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, position was definitely in the building. Shout out to everybody that was tuned in. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And just shout out to him, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and all the dope hip hop artists that I love on a daily basis. And I just want to give a moment to thank God for the opportunity for me to do what I do what I love to do for a living. And the lesson, I got a lesson. The lesson is, take it easy on the future. Like, give grace to the future. Because trust me, when I was dealing with my son, I felt violated listening to that song. Like, what the fuck is that shit? But then I got to remember I wasn't that angelic when I was young either. I was listening to a lot of raggedy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think my parents really appreciated me listening to I don't want dick tonight, eat my pussy right. So, I gotta give my future generation a little grace to express themselves in the immature way that I used to be, so they could evolve properly. You know what I'm saying? Because how you know if you made a mistake if you don't make it? And how you gonna be able to evolve as a person without those mistakes? Those mistakes are lessons and things like that. And I kind of want to give my kids open opportunity to express themselves unapologetically, especially if I'm out here preaching that to the rest of the world. So shout out to Position for allowing me to see that. I hope you guys see that too. And stay bold and dangerous, and don't let nobody stop your shine or tell you when your expiration date will be. Shout out to Killer Mike and everybody else who still dare to be themselves during this time of crucial criticism and bullshit. All right. Until next time, you guys. Live at Radio. Peace and blessings. And I'll see y'all next time.